Hey guys, how's it going? McNasty Customz. What do we have here? This is a 1986 Tecate 250, Tecate 250, KTX250, whatever you want to call it. This is a restore video that we're putting together. So during this process, okay, so I've owned this bike for 20 years, 20 plus years. It's been sitting around and it's actually gone to hell. So I sandblasted every single piece here, rebuilt every single piece, went through everything. Mostly everything's silver, is all powder coated and so on. And you know, the black's powder coated, the pipe is powder coated. It's a DG pipe that was brand new, just rusty, powder coated it. He's painted the motor. So what I'm doing here is I'm making videos of some of this as we were going through it, restoring it. So we're going to be doing multiple different builds, obviously showing you guys how to do stuff. I just built this last week. This is a 1996 KTX250. I just put this thing together last week. That was a 1 week turnaround for this bike. And found this old school number plate in the background that I didn't even know I had. So I put it on instead of the white one. So we have tons of bikes in here that are going through restores and so on. So we're going to be putting up all kinds of videos restoring these bikes. Fat Cat 200 that I'm making out of a KTX250. So on our page right now you can see this vintage 25-cent ride. I went through that. Here's the 84 KTX250 that I'm going to make like an 1983. So I want it to look just like a gold version of the 1983. I have two of those actually. Fat Cat, a bunch of projects that we're in the process of putting together, restoring bikes. So we're not just into Kawasaki's, although that's my main thing, but we have a bunch of bikes. So upstairs there's a ton of bikes as well. In the other room there's a ton of plastic, there's bikes, there's frames everywhere. That's an 87 YZ80 frame right there. 250R 3-wheeler, ATK 406, 87 YZ250, 92 YZ250. There's a WR500 frame in here, KX. I might as well show you real quick. KX80 frame in here that are both powder coated and ready to go. This is 87 KX80. Here's the bike that's going to get stripped down to it. WR500 tank, all kinds of pieces and parts. The lights are not on in here, so I don't feel like turning them on. There's a bunch of restores and plastic inside this room here. The GSX-R 1100 with 400 horsepower. So we're going to be doing a bunch of these videos coming up. We got a lot of Polaris Razor videos with the products that we make for them as well. We're going to be doing some videos here on like blower engines, big blocks, nitrous kits, so on and so on. We're building an Eleanor, and this is the motor for the Eleanor over here, which matches the motor that you're looking at. So we do in-house powder coat and everything. Here's all the decal kits. This is a 1987 decal kit for that 3-wheeler. This is the 1986. They sent me two of these. It's 1986 decal kit for that 3-wheeler. So more or less, we're going through and making videos, and we're going to be adding them to the YouTube page. We're trying to blow the YouTube page up. We're trying to show people how to do things. This bracket, the rear fender bracket right here, we actually did a video last night. It was snapped off on both sides, and I made all these pieces and showed you how to make that. So we have a stripped down video, which is one for this bike here. We have a welding the frame, welding and tapping some bolts on the frame video that we made. That's video 2. We don't have them uploaded yet. Video 3, we show you how to powder coat this frame, powder coat guns and everything we're using. Video 4, the Kawasaki engine actually had a couple of issues on the case, so we welded the case together. Just the sprocket, not the sprocket, the clutch cable area we welded together, and around here where the chain fell off a bunch of times, I show you how to basically clean that up a little bit. So that's another video right there. The swing arm. So this is what, I believe I'm going to be putting an installation video together tomorrow. But right now the swing arm is the last thing we're going to be working on. You can see that the chain's fallen off a whole bunch of times and chewed up the swing arm. So we're going to be repairing that and welding that. Now, that's going to be the video I'm making for it now. I have a seat cover coming in. Even though the factory seat cover is not bad, I don't really want to cover it because it says no passengers in the back. You Kawasaki guys know that, but you know, you want this as fresh as possible. And then we're probably going to be making a video showing you how to install the stickers properly and everything. And I don't know, we're just gonna have a bunch, man. We're going to be doing a bunch of uploads, videos, showing you how to repair. Oh, we have a dent and two-stroke exhaust dent repair. So we did it on this one, but the video didn't come out the way we wanted. So I repaired the holes in the back that we drilled through, and we got the dents out. We were starting to get the dents out. And we make ATC 70 wheelie bars and so on. There's a bunch of stuff we make. We make mostly Razor parts and Ford truck parts, but we're getting into this restall. So we're gonna show you how to make brackets, how to, like I did last night. This is a solid stock, but I showed you how to make the extensions onto the rear fender brace. I'm gonna be showing you how to make things, how to clean things up. We're gonna be going from restores to survivors to touch-ups. So, you know, if you wanna just touch something up and make it look decent, you know, where we get our parts, how we get our pieces, how we fix everything, weld everything instead of, you know, throwing stuff away and so on. We powder coated, obviously, the pipe and the silencer on this. Everything's black because I want this thing to somewhat look stockish. I don't really care for the, you know, the built-up bikes. I like them to look like they were in a Flyer. They were in a so this would, in the 1986 magazine when you bought it, I want it to look like it was, you know, pretty much a 1986 bike. That's what I want it to look like. You know, we getting pieces here and there. There's the sliders for the swing arm. We got pieces here and there for, you know, new chain over there from different vendors and so on. You know, I don't know, guys. So basically, McNasty Customz on YouTube. If you're interested in this stuff, we have all kinds of bikes we're going to be going through. All different types of fixing things up. We're going to be giving away the parts we don't use. This is 1987 YZ80 wheels, 1987 YZ80 motor. I have 4 of these motors all apart. That's the only one that's actually together. Well, I have 2 that are together. You know, the parts we don't use on these bikes, we're going to try to give away to people that contact us through the actual subscribers that contact us through the email. I mean, through the videos and so on. This is a 250R missile. So it's an 86 250R with the 2-wheel missile kit on the back of it, which was a big deal at one time. And we got a ton of bikes upstairs, KTMs. We got a bunch of 500s in here and so on. And we're going to be, you know, restoring, installing. So here's a Pro Circuit pipe. I powder coated black. I just like the way they look. Personal preference, that's all. I just like the way they look, you know, stock. So somebody sees it and just says, wow, that's a nice job they did restoring that bike. So we have a ton of bikes that we are going through. I have a ton of bikes that are ripped down already. So, I mean, there's the other 86. So this is an 86 YZ80. So a lot of the factory plastic parts, like that's a 92 KX80, that's a brand new seat, never sat on. Every piece of that plastic is brand new from overseas. Here's one you guys don't see too often. It's an 87 KTM80. And that's one of 2 dyno port pipes ever made for a KTM80. So that's the second one. It's either the first or the second. It name's engraved in it and so on. So inverted forks. So I had another one of these and I sold it. And then up there is just loaded with bikes as well. All parts room is loaded with all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you guys are into this stuff, it's McNasty Customz on YouTube. McNasty Customz on Instagram. We keep putting up pictures of you know, the bikes we're restoring and so on and so on. So if you guys are interested in this, please like and share, follow us, let us know. And we're going to keep continuously posting videos, and on these vintage pages and so on, we're going to keep telling people, hey, this is what's coming up next. This is what we're making next. So, and then like I said, any parts of any of these builds that we are not using, we will be giving away. So if I can't find a factory radiator in my time of build, and I have one good radiator, and I have to end up buying an aftermarket set or whatever it is, I'll end up buying the aftermarket set and giving away the actual good factory radiator. Same thing with like a seat. Or I bought a lot of these bikes and I have 2 of these bikes. I have parts bikes for a lot of these machines. So once one's completely finished, I have 2 of these 84 KX250s. I have 5 of these, no 4. I have 4 of these 86 to 89 YZ80s. I have 2 84 RM 250s. You know, and down the line, just keep going down the line. I have a lot of double bikes. The 86 KX80s, I have like 5 of them. I have a few like 86, 87 KX125s. So I have pots just sitting around. So as we go through the builds and so on, and all the nuts, the bolts, I don't reuse any of that stuff. So I can give you all the nuts, the bolts, the chain rollers, the wheels, I don't care about any of that. But I'm only giving that to followers, people that help me grow my, you know, you go on there, you share my page, you help me, you know, blow up my page and get it out to more people. There's the original plastic, actually, that's off of this bike. So there's the old gas tank. It had a shit shock in it, white power off of WP. I don't know, it's a KTM or something. It's a KX125 front fork disc guard. I know that's what everybody's always looking for. And yeah, guys, check us out, like us, share us, get your buddies to watch, so on. Maybe you guys get some free pots out of here. We also have stickers and stuff we'll be giving away, t-shirts and so on. So McNasty Customz, guys. That's Customz with a Z, C-U-S-T-O-M-Z. McNasty Customz, look us up. Thanks.